I actually, I mean, I want to preface everything I say with there's not a song on this album I don't like. But Lightbearer, I always sort of just went, oh yeah, whatever, for a while. But BK, you actually, I think it's a cool song for sure. But I was just sort of like, oh yeah, cool. But then you were talking about the lyrics, especially that part where it leads out. Like man is one with the fire at the center of the earth. Lucifer, bring us rebirth.
Man, I'm getting goosebumps thinking
yeah,
about that.
me too.
Yeah, me too.
The whole part from sort of, I guess the end, just before the end of the song, it's so sort of, I guess, biblical. But the poetry within the lyrics is, well, like it's very poetic, and builds a really big sort of image in your head, because the lyrics are so descriptive.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I liked a lot about Hate. Like Hate, most of the album's not really about much, but fuck me if it isn't poetic. It's just wonderfully pieced together lyrics that just complement the songs perfectly. So, and this is, I find, very similar. Maybe that's why I have such an affinity for the final act of this song.
You know what a good part about Lightbearer is as well is that he's although his screams are CJ's classic heavy, high and low, mainly low in this album screams, but he's really easy to hear. You can pretty much put together what he's saying by listening to it because it's quite wide, quite spacey.
And very
each word.
pronounced.
It's just like very pronounced, very specific points because of the pacing of the song. Great. So, Owen, you started with this. What do you give it out of 10?
Well, back in the day, I might have given this maybe a 7, on a bad day a 6. Nowadays, this is an 8 for me. After having, because I get goosebumps every time with the same as you, Vigo, like with those fine.
Sure.
The rest of the song is really, really good. Don't get me wrong, but it's that last bit that really, and I think it's the perfect climax for the song to polish it off with, which sounds a little bit sus, but like the lyrics are just they're poetic, and biblically poetic, which is for better or worse. It's so powerful, man. I love it. So 8 out of 10 for me.
A big 8, which is cool.
I'm actually going to give it a 10. This is
far out.
Here it
I
is.
don't think we even gave
10.
anything off the last album a 10.
No.
Wow.
This has been one of my favourite songs for such a long time. Probably since I discovered it throughout the album, because it was one of those songs at the start where I just kind of skipped through, but every time I'd go, what the hell, what song was that? And I keep forgetting what song it was, to the point where I end up writing it down because something would just catch me and go, what the hell, that was so heavy, that was so climatic. And I just kept going back to it. I reckon I listened to the song on repeat for, it would have been maybe a month. I'm not even kidding.
Really?
I listened to it that much. I can recite it just about lyric for lyric. And quite often when I'm walking around at work or something like that, or just doing something monotonous, the lyrics will pop into my head, and I can vision the song in my head. And maybe I think it's because it's got such a religious sort of.
Well, it's like you said, it's biblical.
Yeah, it's like a very religious sort of biblical, I guess more antichrist, if anything, kind of edgy song, and I just find that kind of antichrist edginess kind of resonates with me a little bit.
Yeah, BK's a bit of an edge
because I hate religion so much. Not the fact that I hate religion, I just hate what it became.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a powerful division between what religion should be and organized religion. And people can believe whatever they want to believe, and I'm going to believe what I want to believe. To hear stuff like that, it's sometimes like a little bit of a... How do I describe it? It's like
A fresh of breath air.
Yeah, it's a fresh of breath air. It's like, you know, I'm tolerant to people's beliefs. I'm like, whatever, man, that's your cup of tea, and it's not mine, so that's cool. But sometimes when I hear someone's like, man, what are those one of those lyrics in Hate where he's like, strike fear into the hearts of the children of God,
Yeah.
show them the hell that burns below.
Yeah, just quickly,
like-
you know what I like about that fucking sentence right there? Is the way he sings it. It's strike fear into the hearts of the children, and then it's like a whole nother piece where he goes, of God. You know what I mean? So it's just like, strike fear into the hearts of the children of God. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, this strike fear into the hearts of the children. Holy shit, that's terrible. Of God. Oh, wait a minute. You know what I mean?
Like,
Like, it gives you like
I see where this is
another
going.
open for it. So good.
Burn their symbols of hope.
I
Let
give-
their faith rest in ash.
That's-
So but what I'm saying is,
Such a
it's
brutal
edgy
line.
as fuck.
Yeah,
but sometimes
edgy
it's
as.
just like it's a fresher breath air.
But
you just like,
but death metal is
damn, that
edgy. Like,
sounds
truth
cool.
is, death metal is edgy. It's,
it's
what it
pretty
is.
fucking edgy.
It's edgy as. Now
Oh,
I've
God.
got fuck thick breakdown here. I'm pretty sure I was meant to have more letters in the first word. One of the best breakdowns in the album. I give it an 8 out of 10. So I agree with you boys, except for BK. He gives it a bit of high score or whatever. So that's all right. It's his prerogative. It's a good song. It is a good song.
Just remember, yeah, you guys are entitled
So
to your
good.
opinion. Just know that you're wrong.